Welcome. I'm Jamie Williams, and this is the RiddlesBendMedia channel. Here, you're going to get your time and get your financial future back on track. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about wpengine. It's another WordPress hosting, but before we get started, let's talk. I want you to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon, so you make sure you get all my videos that I put out weekly. Don't forget to share and like. And I appreciate you supporting my channel. And let's just dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about wpengine. It's a WordPress hosting. They're just packed full of features. They're a little bit, I would say, a little bit more pricier than, say, like Bluehost or GoDaddy and that kind of stuff. But they're really good at what they do. Let's just check out some of the pricing. If you get the managed WordPress, and let's just say you do annual, it kind of breaks down about $20 a month. Then you get one site, 25,000 visitors, 10 gig of storage, 50 gig worth of bandwidth. Now, that's just the startup. If you can change it just by, let's just say you wanted to bump it up to the next tier, to the professional. Okay, then you get 3 sites. So you can do three different websites and have more users, more storage, and use more bandwidth. But then, of course, it's going to go up from there. The startup, here's like a little cheat sheet. This on, if you get a startup, you're only going to get, you get 24/7 chat. I'm not a big fan of anything that says 24-hour chat. And the reason is, if you got a website or anything, and your business is tied to it, and your income is tied to that, and the only thing you can do is chat, I'm just not a fan of that. I want to be able to call somebody and say, look, my website's down. You need to get it up. So that's why I wouldn't go with a startup. I would at least bump it up to the professional, even though maybe you don't have, or you're not intended to have 3 sites, but right now, but you may later. And I think it's only like $10 more. Yeah, it's not even $10 more. I think the other one's $25. Yeah, yes, it is. Yeah, it's about $19 more, so it's about $20 more. But it's you get more. You just get more, and you get the 24-hour chat or support. When it comes to your website and something were to happen, you don't want to have to sit there and try to chat with somebody on say, hey, my site's down. You really want to pick up the phone and call them. But you can look. You just get ton of features at wpengine. Like I said, they're not the cheapest, but they're ranked really good as far as hosting, and they're nice. They really are. And the good thing about them is that if you're into e-commerce, your store and all that stuff, where you actually have a store, they can hook you up with that too. They can migrate it over if you're using something else. And the same thing here. They got a professional for $50 for 3 sites, or you can bump it up to the next level, for 10 sites. That's a lot of sites. And it's for $93 a month. And I think that is actually if you do, yes, if you do annually. So if you just paid by the year, so yeah, you're gonna save a lot of money. But it's their e-commerce platform. Their solution is top notch, and it depends on what you're trying to do. You can go even higher. But it's it's just basically whatever your bill folk can afford at this point. Then down here, let's just say you need a lot more than that, then they can build you a custom price, you know, at the Vantage solution. But I don't have no idea what that would cost. That's something that you would have to, and you'd have to tell them what you're needing, and they would probably have to sit down and figure that up. But it's probably not going to be cheap. I can tell you that, because you know none of their other stuff is cheap, but it's high quality. So if you did go that route, I can imagine that it's going to be just as good, if you know, than probably anything else. But you know, you can get, you know, it depends on how big your business is, or how big you think it is. You can start off small, then as you need it, bump it up, and that's, you know, and that's what I would do. Other than the startup, I wouldn't mess around with a startup, just because it's if you run into a problem, it's this chat only thing that gets me. You know, I'm not a huge fan of chatting when my website's down. Or I got a question, I'd rather just pick up the phone and call. So even if you didn't, you know, you're just starting off, and you didn't want to, you know, you're on a tight budget, I would still go the professional, just for the simple fact that you're going to get phone support. Because when you start building in and making changes, you know, you definitely want somebody, you want to be able to, you know, actually talk to somebody if you run into a snag. But that's definitely, wpengine is good. It's so don't be bashful. Check it out. I've done a written review on this, and I'll put the link in the description for more details. This is just kind of a rough, you know, just kind of a simple going over as far as the web hosting. But you can really check it out. You know, they got the SEO built in, maximum speed. So don't be, you know, it's top notch. Don't be scared. You know, if you got the money, this is a good one. But once again, I'm Jamie Williams, and this is RiddlesBendMedia channel, and I do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell icon, and so you get all of my notifications on a weekly basis. Share and like. Thank you.